Hello everyone, welcome to Oregon Springs. I am Farmer Min. We are just approaching the area. We've had a great road trip. I've had about 3 Mountain Dews, but other than that, I am dandy. It's a nice autumn day here. Look at that. Farmers are in their field working ground. Beautiful, I tell you. You know, it's a big difference when you come out of Woodshire and come into this area. Fields are bigger, equipment is bigger, absolutely wonderful. I like it. Trees are changing color. Yeah, green grass. You got the mountains in the background. Traffic is a little hazardous, though. I do have to say that. You do have to be careful. Hey, look at this. Look at that. How many times can you say you've seen a big bud? That is absolutely gorgeous. I like that. That is a big, big machine. Awesome. You know, while I'm here, I'm going to get out and just excuse me, just never mind what I'm doing. Just checking the tires. But yeah, oh, gorgeous. Beautiful, I tell you. Nice area. Good autumn day. Yeah, tractors in the field. That big bud, that is something else. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, so I thought I would come down here from Woodshire just to have a look around and see what the area has to offer. I know there's a couple farms for sale that I wanted to check out. So yeah, here's one here just coming right up here. Is a farm that is listed for sale. It's still operational, it's still working, so but nice size, nice area. It's spendy. It would be I'd be pushing my budget here, but I got permission from the realtor just to look around. But on this side, you know, you got kind of your barns and your small little seed bins and fertilizer bins and stuff like that. Yeah, nice. House is over there. Right over there on this side of the road, you have your storage facility. So that's kind of nice. I like that option. Keep them separate. Big open area here. Big difference in Woodshire. I'm not used to this, so I don't know how I'm going to be able to handle this if I move down here. Sold my farm to Bjorn and moved down here, but wow, this is pretty nice. All kinds of options. And I've been thinking about what I would get involved with, and talking to some grower associations and some cooperatives and stuff, and I'm kind of leaning towards sugar beet, the production of sugar beet, and maybe even some sugar beet seed. That would be kind of right up my alley. I think that would go a long way, but I know it's a big difference. Big fields, big machinery, you know, lots of overhead, lots of expense. I'd have to get a couple hired hands. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I got my GPS map. I am going to head down this gravel road and check things out down here. And meanwhile, I can talk to you a little bit about Oregon and Oregon Springs. Like I said, you know, it's a big difference in Woodshire. Woodshire is kind of up in the hills a little bit. More of a hill agricultural community than this. Kind of gets down into the flat plains. And yeah, so big open fields, big machinery. But I was looking online and doing some research on the area, and I know these statistics come from 2016, but they're still kind of relevant. These are from the Oregon Department of Agriculture. Look at that. That must be the dealership over there. We'll have to stop in there and see what kind of stuff they got. Yeah, it looks nice, but I was kind of surprised on Oregon agriculture. I mean, just for the fact that they rank #1 nationally in many different areas. A lot of the stuff that you probably wouldn't think of, like blackberries and boysenberries and hazelnuts. But, you know, #1 in orchard grass and ryegrass and crimson clover and red clover and fescue seed. I mean, those are all, you know, grasses that kind of interesting. Potted florist azaleas. Oregon ranks #1 in potted azaleas. Yeah, unreal. And of course, #1 in sugar beet seed. #1 in rhubarb. #1 in rhubarb. And also the #1 state in the United States to get Christmas trees. Yes, Oregon has more Christmas trees than any other state in the Union. I'm sorry, I'm kind of stopping and starting here. I was just trying to read my notes off my my iPad here. I shouldn't be doing that. I should be concentrating on driving. With this traffic, I have been forewarned that it is hazardous, so I got to keep my eyes open. Anyways, coming up here is the second place that I wanted to look at, Flint Rock Farm. This is a dairy farm, a cow farm. A nice little house there. Got some storage here on the side, and here's all the cows. Look at those nice happy cows. Wisconsin is not the only state that has happy cows. Oregon has happy cows. I can tell you that. Yeah, where's that California that has happy cows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's California that says they have happy cows. But I got more storage here. A little water tower there, kind of nice. And another little barn here. So this is a nice farm. This is also for sale. Some silage bunkers, but very spendy too. Very, very spendy. Yeah. But what else can I tell you about Oregon? The top 20 agricultural commodities of Oregon, which kind of surprised me as well, in value amount. This is in value of U.S. dollars. I couldn't believe it. Greenhouse and nursery is the #1 agricultural commodity. $909 million from that. Coming in second place with $701 million was cattle and calves. So big cattle country up here, followed by hay, milk, grass seed, potatoes, wheat, pears, grapes, onions, hazelnuts, and so on and so forth. All the way down to number 20 was corn for grain. So that was pretty interesting, I think. You know, another thing that kind of shocked me about this area of Oregon Springs is the farming operations themselves. The most, I should say, how do I say this? The most average. Is that right? Can I say that? Size of operation with 35.7% farms between 10 and 49 acres. That just seems low to me. So only 4% of Oregon farms have 2,000 or more acres. So I'm really kind of surprised about that. I thought it would have been a lot more. But that's what it is. The good news is, though, that 84% of all Oregon farms are owned by individuals, not corporations. Matter of fact, only 7% of Oregon farms are owned by corporations. So that's a good thing. I like that idea. I like keeping agriculture in the family. You know, I'm kind of against corporate farming. I think that takes away the idea and the principle of farming. And if you haven't already listened to it, Paul Harvey a long time ago gave this little story, you could say, about farmers and what their value is. Well, I really like that. It kind of went on to say that God created a farmer, which I agree. But anyways, enough of that for now. This is the farm that I'm kind of most interested in, I think. Here we got some grain bins with augers. I really like that. That's kind of what I grew up with, or remember Aunt Mary on her farm, you know. Just a simple auger here with unloading. Yep. So this one, yeah, they got a generator here to power it, so it's electric auger. But yeah, that's interesting. I think they would put in some power outlets here and just run a cord, but that's okay. You know, here we got what we call maybe Quonsets, I think. But I'm thinking if I got into sugar beets, that would be a fine and outstanding place for storing my sugar beets. Well, if I got my turn signal on there, I'm not paying attention. That nice big storage shed here with a shop. I mean, I like that. Cute little farmhouse. Could use some work, but I like it. Little gravity-fed fuel tank here. That's very nice and handy. Don't have to worry about pumps and electricity. It's a little slower. I mean, it would take me a while to fill a tractor, but look at this. You got all this open front storage here. Very nice. Very nice. And another building here. I think this might be the shop. Yeah, that looks like a shop, and I'm not going to go inside. I just told them I would drive in and take a look. Then you got some fertilizer here, storage bins. Yep. So that's pretty snazzy, I tell you. I kind of like that. Looks good to me. There is a little sheep farm for sale as well, but I don't think I'm interested in that. I've done sheep in Woodshire. So I don't know what I'm interested in. I don't think I want to do pigs either. I'm thinking cows, but I really can't afford that cow farm. So maybe that would be down the road. I could maybe get involved in that. But yeah, nice country. Gravel roads are well maintained. They must have the grader out here quite often, because these are some nice maintained gravel roads, I tell you. Yep. So let's see here. Let's go this way. I think, yeah, here's a sheep farm. This one is also for sale. A lot of farms for sale now you think about it. But yeah, a sheep farm. There's not much to it. It's just kind of a house and a little barn, and they have some sheep out here. Like I said, I don't think I'm really interested in that one, because, you know, where am I going to store all my equipment? You know, by the time I get my pickup and all my man toys and that little thing, it'd be full, so I wouldn't have any place to store my equipment. So I think we'll kind of forget about that one. There is another farm that is for sale way on the northern end of Oregon Springs Valley, kind of, if you want to say, the little area here that we can take a look at, which is, you know, not too bad, but yeah, we'll have to give a little go at it. But nice area here. You do have some forest, and you can buy logging permits, so I could do some logging here if I get over here to try to supplement some income until you know, harvest season comes along and get animals established. But yeah, so that's that. See, I think I'm back up to where I kind of came into town at, just on a little loop. Let's see, let's go this way here. I think, matter of fact, we'll kind of come by where we at. We just came by here. But I'll tell you what we'll do is, let's head over to the dealership, and we'll see what they have there. No, wait, this is not where I came in. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. This is a little town area. What am I thinking? I kind of got lost already. Yep. They got their old schoolhouse here. Yep, that's where the kiddos would go to school there. There's a livestock market over there. Pretty nice. Nice looking houses. Look like people take care of their stuff. They're, you know, they value their houses and their vehicles, and, you know, all these farmyards. You look at them around here, they are pretty snazzy. They're well kept. You know, you don't got a bunch of junk laying around. Yeah, looks like they take pride in their stuff. Yeah, this is where I came in at, right here, I believe. Yeah, so we just kind of made a loop, but we'll just we'll head up here. That tractor guy again, he must be on break now or something, I don't know. Let's head over to the dealership, and we're going to go in there. I'm going to talk to a salesman and kind of get an idea of what kind of brands they carry and what kind of prices I'm looking at, just to get an idea. You know, nothing wrong with getting an idea. I know that the one thing I was kind of surprised about is Oregon Springs, this big farming community like this, does not have a John Deere dealership. I couldn't believe it. John Deere, the #1 selling tractor in the world, does not have a dealership here in Oregon Springs. So that kind of shocked me. You know, I could go, you know, out of town a ways and go to the next dealership, but then if you have something you need serviced or what have you, you gotta make a big trip. But I don't really want to do that, and I am kind of well aware that this is mostly Case New Holland country here with the size of the dealership. I mean, their dealership puts our dealership in Woodshire, looks like a little shack, you know, not much to it. I think this is another, if I'm not mistaken here, might be the other farm that is for sale. Yeah, we're going to take a right here, but let's see. Yeah, I want to go right here. Yep, I sure like the network of gravel roads they have. I mean, very convenient to get around. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense, I tell you. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. This is it. I have permission here from the realtor to open the gate. Let's just take a look at the sign. Beautiful sign. Boy, they did a nice job on that. Full Heart Farm. I like that. I like that a lot. I think, I don't know, if I bought this farm, I could keep the name. I kind of like that. Or maybe I could come up with something different. They have chickens over here. Look at those chickens. Yep, chickens. but this would be another farm for sale. You know, I like the area right up here with the mountains in the background. You know, the house is, you know, I could maybe put on an addition or something if I had to, maybe a little man cave of some sort. I could do that, you know. But one thing I do like, everybody here is flying the stars and stripes. I think that's very patriotic, very neat. This little barn I just love. I think that is just so cool. Well taken care of. Yeah, nice drive-through barns there. You do have some storage here, so that's handy. But yeah, this is another farm. A little on the smaller end, you know, kind of like that sheep farm, maybe just a little too small for me. But very nice. Very nice indeed, I tell you. I better shut this here just so I don't get in trouble. Nice wooden gate, kind of just slide it shut like that. That's nice. I like that. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So let's continue on here. I'll eventually get to the dealership up here again. We kind of saw it there from the gravel road, but I think we meet up back up here at the highway, and we can continue our little journey on. But I'd have to double check my notes. But I think that is all the farms that were for sale in the area. I think some of them are kind of really interested into selling, and some maybe just, you know, just maybe for the right price. Some farms do come with some land too. Well, not comes with it, but some land is also available for sale. Oh no, I'm sorry, I misspoke again. There is. This one farm here too is for sale. Yeah, this one here is for sale too. I totally forgot about that. I think they raise pigs here, which is kind of a turnoff for me because I'm not really into pigs. I don't think that's kind of up my alley. You know, don't get me wrong. I love pigs. I think they're very tasty. But as far as raising them, I don't know. I love the farm. I love the farm, though. I mean, this is a gorgeous farm. You know, nice little country home there. Maybe do some siding, some painting work, but that's okay. You know, you could live with it for now. But I love this barn. I absolutely think that is just typical American barn. You know, very nice. Love the detail. Love the windows on it. Yeah, that's an awesome barn. I am a big fan of that barn. That's probably the big plus of this farm. But other than that, I don't really see myself being too intrigued by this farm. So let's see. Now, which way do we want to go? Let me just check my my GPS here. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go down this way. Sorry about that. I just wanted to double check my GPS to make sure that I was seeing all the sights here in Oregon Springs. Yeah, the dealership's right up here. So let's just check out the dealership and see what they got. Maybe I'll go in and talk to a salesman and kind of get an idea of what equipment prices would be and what I can afford to buy. Like I said, if I'm looking at sugar beets, that's going to be a spendy acquisition right away. Look at this. This is fancy. Holy buckets. Look at all that machinery. Puts Woodshire to shame, I tell you. Wow, this is impressive. Holy buckets. They got all kinds of stuff here. Yep, Case New Holland country, that's for sure. That's for sure. Wow. Let's get out and walk around a little bit, see what they got. Park up here. Yeah, New Hollands. Kind of reminds me of my tractor back in Woodshire. Yeah, nice. I like it. Boy, you know, I tell you, you know, in Woodshire, we're certainly not going to have a New Holland four-wheel drive tractor. That's for sure. But look at that baby. Oh, that is sweet. I love it. I absolutely love that. Oh, I'd love to have one of those. I would love to have one. Quad track is nice too. I spent many years in a quad track. I gotta tell you, they certainly do have the sound down of a quad track, because that is exactly how it sounds. You think they'd mind if I jumped in and took a start? Oh yeah, look at that. That is a beast. Yeah. Exactly the quad track sound. Dead spot on. I probably shouldn't have done that just to start it up and turn it off again, but that's okay. I don't think anybody saw me. Got some balers here. You know, kind of interesting because coming from Woodshire, I do have a case and I do have a New Holland, so you know I have all my accounts set up through them, so I could. What is this? 270. Wow, Optum. An Optum. What is this one? Magnum. Oh, that's a big daddy. That would be a big beast. That'd be fun to drive. Look at that. It's got like the deluxe luxury cab with the red leather seat in it. Oh, unreal. Unreal. Here's one with tracks. I don't know how I feel about that. To me, I don't know if I like the look of that. You know, they're much slower on the highway. But, you know, I know for compaction purposes and stuff like that, but I don't know if I dislike that look. I don't think I do. Well, they got a Corona dealership as well. Boy, that would be fun to have, wouldn't it? Wow, look at that. Forage harvesters, too. I'm a big fan of those. I'm a big fan of those. Well, I was hoping they didn't have one of these because if I want to do sugar beets, this is exactly what I want right here. Yep. This would be it. That would be, yep. I think I'm going to have one of those. If I do sugar beets, I'm going to have one. I don't care how hard it takes. I will have one. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. Pretty snazzy. Got some industrial equipment, payloaders, skid steers over there. Got some semis here. This is a big dealership. They dabble in everything here. Oh, look at that. Red, white, and blue. How nice. Oh yeah, this is a big dealership. You know, the one thing about a nice big dealership is you can probably get service. That's for sure. Probably get good service. We got some cedars here. Yeah, this Great Plains one, I like that. That kind of reminiscent of what we see around here is these. You know, John Deere makes a lot of these cedars. Probably top-notch #1 cedar. In many different capacities. I mean, you could have it down to a 12-row, to a 24-row, 36-row, 48-row cedar. Those big 48-row cedars, they are awesome. Yep. The only problem is, you know, it's not set up for like dry fertilizer, you know, because you don't put dry fertilizer in there. But a lot of farmers will do is, because it's set up for liquid fertilizer. So you put a tank, like a liquid fertilizer tank in the front of your tractor, or maybe even they call them saddle tanks. So it'll be one on each side of the cab and the window, and then you just feed the liquid fertilizer through here because the planter's already set up to distribute liquid fertilizer. But yeah, pretty cool. Oh, got some cultivators and all the combines. Awesome, awesome combines. Pretty snazzy. This thing I love. They're a little hectic to work. These kind of like these super weeders. You know, like you don't want to get in the field and start going and have to back up, because if you were in a tractor and you could not back this thing up, you would absolutely destroy it. So you got to pay attention. I knew a guy once. He wasn't using a super weeder. He was using like a harrow packer, but the same principle. You know, you back up to unfold it, and then these brackets lock in here on each side. And he was going down the field, and of course he was using GPS. So he pushed the button, the tractor's going down the field, and I don't know if he fell asleep or what he was doing, but he ended up going right off the edge of the field into the ditch, and then he woke up when he hit the windshield of the tractor. Pretty much destroyed the harrow packer. A lot of welding, a lot of cutting and grinding to get it back into place. But yeah, that was interesting. Good story. True story too. True story. Yeah, they got some New Holland. This must be the New Holland side. Very nice. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to run in here and get an idea on equipment, and maybe I can make out a list and then and see what you guys think. So let me run in here, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Wow, that was rather expensive. Boy, I tell you what, nothing is cheap when it comes to farming. I'll tell you that much. Holy buckets. There are some expensive stuff, yeah. But I got a good feeling of what it would cost me, and it is not cheap. Not cheap at all. A lot of good stuff, though. Yeah, well, that's something to think about, I tell you. Got some decisions to make on what would be the best course of action. I tell you, I like this country. I really, really do. And I sat down with Bjorn the other night when we were having a beer together, and I was telling him that, you know, what my options were, and he thought he certainly wants to buy the farm, and we kind of settled on some prices. I got about $550,000 in machinery. And then, of course, we got to talk about land, too, and what we would settle for on the land and how much land he wants. So we got some options to make. But I tell you what, I think I sat down there, I was talking to the salesman and the service manager in the dealership. I can't drive straight. What is going on here? And I was talking about the farms that were for sale. And so I'm going to run down here and take a look at this other one again. He said that it was probably the best option and the most best bang for your buck, as you could probably say. He thought that had the fairest deal. So I'm going to go look at it again and see what I think. But you know what? This could be new home. This could be the new home. We still have some work in Woodshire to do yet. We've got our soybeans to get harvested. We got the silage to sell once that's fermented, and so we do have some work to be done. And then, of course, you know, when I get that stuff, that would raise me some more capital to get started down here. But this is the one that I'm interested in, and the one that they all said that I should do. I called the homeowners, and they said, certainly, come on out and take a look. But yeah, yep, nice people. I talked to the man. His name is Fritz. He is kind of an older gentleman. He was doing some farming, and then eventually, in the older years, just kind of got rid of his machinery, and he just rents out his land. His land is for sale, but you know, he rents out the bins there and stuff. So him and his wife Elaine, nice, kind people. What you would expect from being up here in Oregon Springs. But so we might have a little chat here after a little bit and see what we can come up with the price. But he said, go ahead and take a look around. So I want to do that. Like I said, those are some nice Quonsets there for sugar beet storage. I could really do that. But he said, yeah, go on and take a look. Let's just see. This is a nice storage shed. You got double doors over here. I could turn that into a little office there, maybe. Nice big roll-up door there. I better shut this just in case. Door stuck? Huh, let's walk out here. Whoa, a little carried away there. Huh, I'm having trouble with the door. What is wrong with the door? I tried to shut it and it got stuck. Come on, door. There we go. Oh, need some WD-40. Hear that squeak in there? That's what it needs, this little WD-40. I could fix that in a heartbeat. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. I could imagine putting an office in there and having a couple chairs out here at night. Yeah, I could certainly do that. I'm gonna open up the big door. He said he gave me the code. I'm just typing the code here. There we go. But look at that. That's a fine looking shop. Plenty of good storage here. Yeah, I could certainly make use of that. And I tell you, it's a heck of a lot different than back home in Woodshire, because well, that's certainly one thing we don't have is storage. But yeah, nice. I'll have to call and get rid of this dumpster. That would annoy me if that had to be here a long time. But I think this is kind of the one. This is the one that I looked online and I was most interested in. So, but tell you what, I'm going to run in and talk to Fritz and Elaine and see if we can maybe work something out. And I better call Bjorn too before I do that. But let me know what you think. I'm kind of curious on what you think. I got to go down to the dealership and look at machinery. So, hey, if you have any suggestions for me on machinery, please do that as well. But I thank you for joining me today in this little road trip to Oregon Springs. I sincerely appreciate that. If you enjoyed the little video, give us a like. Would appreciate that as well. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. But from Oregon Springs, beautiful late autumn day here in Oregon Springs. Have yourself a great day and keep them between the ditches. So long.